Good. So welcome, welcome. My name's Kathy. We're going to start in another 30 seconds or so.
Hard to breathe over here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I can't hear people talking because of the fan, but it's still hard to breathe, so I'm just going to put up with the sound of the fan.
Yeah. I know I've turned it off, but I think that it's nice to have the airflow.
Just to have the movement.
Oh yeah, yep. So let's.
Psychologically, it makes it raining. I think that you're cooler.
I know. And
It is raining now.
moves it. Oh, is it? Okay. So we're going to begin with our yoga block between the knees. It can be at any distance or width. And just adjust your sitting bones. Again, there's balls in the bag if you don't have a yoga block. If you're at home, you can also use a cushion, a beach ball, anything that you can just gently hang on to that doesn't weigh too much. And let's bring our palms facing down for grounding. Bring your shoulders back over top of the hips. You can soften your gaze or gently close your eyes. And we'll start with some belly breathing in to the belly.
Some more coming.
Breathing out. And just noticing your breath, breathing in, breathing out. Taking your time to settle. Relaxing the shoulders and the arms. Welcome online. Welcome Mabel and Millie, Carol. Just noticing how your body feels. Noticing your breath. And gently squeezing the yoga block, starting to engage the adductors, the inner thighs. Feel the sensation of your feet on the floor, grounding to the earth energy. Feel your body supported, allowing the mind to rest. And if your mind wanders, just gently guide it back to the breath. Creating more space with each breath. Letting go of any holding, any unnecessary tension or tightness. And from here, we might bring one or both hands to the heart space, feeling that connection with the heart, the rise and fall of your chest. Taking a moment to set your intention for today's practice, for your day. What is it that you'd like to cultivate more of?
Love.
Know that you are worthy of abundance, worthy of your heart's desire. All we have to do is set that intention out to the universe, perhaps with a positive I am message. And as you're ready, we might release the hands back to the legs. And slowly begin to blink the eyes open. Creating awareness around you, just opening and noticing how you feel after that short pause. Good. Welcome, welcome everyone. So again, my name's Kathy. Welcome if you're new today. So nice to see a few new faces. And let's continue. We're going to pick up our block or ball or cushion. You can widen your feet a little bit, sit tall. And then from here, we're going to inhale, press the arms forward. Exhale, draw the block or ball into your heart. Inhale, pressing away. Exhale, release. Good, take your time. And feeling supported by your chair. Just breathing and noticing. That's it. And let's take the arms overhead this time, reaching upwards. Exhale, drop back towards your heart space. Inhale, lifting and opening. Exhale, releasing. So stay in a comfortable range for your body without forcing the range, just breathing and moving. That's it. Let's add a little change this time. Reach up, take the block in the right hand, circle both around, bring it back into your heart. Let's do the other side. Reach it up, circle it around. And continue. Reach it up, circle it around. That's it. Reach it up, circle it around. One more each way. Last one, big in breath, circling around. Good. From here, bring that block back between the knees. And again, we can continue with our warm-up. We're going to turn our gaze to look right or in one direction, back center. Turn gently, look the other direction, and back center. So breathing, just moving your eye gaze. And know that you can opt out of anything I suggest today. Feel free to modify or just opt out completely. Honor your body. Remember, you know your body best. Last one each way. Good. Take your ear to the right shoulder. We might let this arm relax. We might gently circle that arm. Just tiny circles. We might tuck the chin or change the angle slightly. And then pause, option to keep the arm hanging or tuck it in your back pocket, resting it on the chair seat. So breathing into the neck, shoulder. And then rolling the chin center, bring both hands forward. Pause here. And release back up to the horizon. Good. Let's do the other side. So let your ear drop to one side. That right arm can hang freely, or it might circle a little tiny bit right out of the shoulder joint. Maybe it's adjusting the angle. And you can either keep the arm long or tuck it in the back pocket. Tilting the chin, adjusting the angle for comfort, for stretch. Just a comfortable sensation. Rolling the chin center, bring both hands forward, flip the palms face up, draw your elbows back a little. So softening the hands, the fingers, relax the arms, feel the shoulder blades gliding down and back. And when you're ready, bring your gaze back to the horizon, nice and tall. Good. From here, let's take our right hand out to make a stop sign. Pull the hands, fingers back gently, giving a nice stretch. Good. And then we might let the fingers drop down and press gently here. Just breathing, noticing. And give it a little shake. Good. Let's do the other side. Make a stop sign with your opposite hand. Fully extend the arm as much as you can. You might gently pull back on the hand if that feels okay. And breathe into this stretch. Make sure you're not holding your breath. That's it, looking good. And then let the fingers hang. Option just to let the fingers hang, stretching the arm, or gently press. You decide. Looks good. And release, shake it out. Good. So we might slide back in our chair. I'm just going to change my block this direction, but you can leave it either way. Sit tall. You might bring hands to chair or thighs, pressing the legs away. And the shoulders are over the hips, aligning your spine. That's it. Take your time, using the breath. And last two, and last one. Hold the legs out, point your toes, flex the feet. Now you might stretch your arms out for further challenge, for your balance, your posture. And then circling the feet in one direction. Circle them in the other direction. Good, give your feet a little shake. Bring them back to the earth. Good. Let's use our block or ball, and we're going to turn side onto your chair. Yep. You can grab a chair without arms there, Joanne. Yep. And block between the knees. So nice and tall, shoulders over hips. Good. Let's reach up skyward, lift and lengthen your spine. And then gently turn towards your chair back. Let your hands land on the chair back. Good. Relax the arms. Just breathe into the ribs and belly. Squeezing the ball gently. Noticing your breath. And as you're ready, reach up skyward, turn the shoulders back over top of the hips, floating the hands down to the top of the legs. Pause for a breath. And then from here, we can remove that block. You can place the block on the floor, scoot forward on your chair a little bit. Now you don't necessarily need to use it, but you can do for sure. Scoot forward to free up this hip and buttock, opening the hip, grounding both feet. So the ball of the back foot and the front foot, if you can, on the floor. Good, let's add the arm. Reach the front arm up. Inhale, lift and lengthen out of that hip flexor. You might reach that front arm to the chair back, or you might stay very tall and linear. You decide. Good, breathing fully. That's it. Pressing through the feet. Activate the muscles of your legs by pressing through the feet. And when you're ready, reach both arms skyward, shoulders over hips for warrior one. Aligning the spine. Relax the arm bones and the shoulder joint. Breathing fully. As you're ready, releasing that back hand to the thigh, front hand can come forward, front leg can stretch back, flying warrior. Take a moment to square off your shoulders and hips. Now you might opt to lift both hands for further challenge, so you decide. Or you might keep that back hand on the thigh for support. Good. Allow breath to flow. Take your time. That's it. And then as you're ready, let's bend that back knee, pivot on the back toe, start to turn to face center. Adjust this leg for comfort. It might come more forward. And shoulders over hips. Good. Reaching fingertip to fingertip, warrior two. Let's take your back arm, reach it forward, pull it back like a bow and arrow. That's it. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale, pull back. And you can breathe in and out through the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good, last two. And last one. Good, holding the arms wide. Let's rotate our palms turning up, palms turning down, spiraling the arm bones. Good. And then leaving our palms up, top hand to the sky, back hand to that extended leg. Sun worshiper. Just breathing into this shape. Relaxing shoulders. Good. Breathing into the body, grounding through the feet. And when you're ready, windmill back to parallel arms. Take another breath. Bend that front elbow and arm, lightly rest on the thigh. Circle the back arm up and around, arm by the ear, and then broaden your collarbone. So rotate the shoulders back. A smile on your face as we press through the feet. Extended side angle. So stay light in this elbow and forearm so that you're doing the work lifting through the waistline. That's it. Pressing through the feet, you can feel the action of the leg muscles. And when you're ready, you can inhale, reach up, exhale, and release. Help that back leg forward, the front. Turn to face center. Pause for a moment. And you might scan the body. Eyes can be opened or closed. Just noticing sensation. Notice how you feel. Notice any thoughts that might arise. Maybe revisiting that positive intention you set earlier. Good. As you're ready, we can blink the eyes open. Let's pick up our yoga block or beach ball or cushion. Start to turn to face the opposite direction. Place that block between the knees. Align shoulders over hips. And if twisting feels okay for you today, we can add that gentle twist this side. So we'll reach up with an in-breath. Gently turn to your chair back. Let the arms come down to the chair back. Pausing in your twist. So just gently squeezing the block, feel the adductors or the inner thighs engaged. Feel the feet grounding to the earth. And breathe into the ribs and belly. And as you're ready, reach up skyward, turn back center, floating the arms down to the legs. Pause here for a moment. And as you're set, we can remove our block, placing it on the floor in front of your chair to help facilitate that hip flexor stretch. Scoot forward, hanging onto the chair. You can widen your stance for comfort and balance. Free up that front hip and buttock. Back hand can be on the chair seat. Front hand reaching up. Lift and lengthen. Option to stay here, just tall and linear, or maybe you add a gentle side reach to the back of your chair. Softening the back elbow and shoulder. Just breathing. Just noticing. As you're ready, take both arms up, coming into warrior one. Shoulders over hips. Relax the arm bones. Again, just breathing. Just noticing. Good. As you're ready, release that back hand to the thigh. Front hand can come forward, front leg back, coming into flying warrior. Option to hold here, or maybe both arms lift. You decide. So holding there for a moment, just breathing and holding. Good. And as you're ready, let's take this flying warrior, bending the back knee, and then windmill, coming into warrior two. So adjust this leg. It might be more forward, it might be a little bit bent. Stay in a safe place for your hip, your knee joint. Good. And let's add that bow and arrow. So back arm can reach forward, pulling it back. That's it. Back arm can come forward, pulling back. Looking good. One more time. And then leaving the arms wide and long. We can rotate our palms turning up, rotate palms turning down, spiraling the arm bones. Good. And then relax the back arm. Front arm can come up. Reversing our warrior. You can gaze up, or you can gaze at the horizon, or even tuck your chin, look down. So wherever feels best for your head and neck. Keep pressing through the feet. Keep following the breath. As you're ready, back to those parallel arms. And then bending that front elbow, coming into extended side angle. Circle the arm up and around. Arm can be by the ear or up to the sky or anywhere back behind you. So whatever feels good for this shoulder. So if it doesn't feel good up here, bring it down. Modify or move it around even. Stay light through this elbow and forearm so that you're lifting through your waistline. Long line from that back foot, through the knee and hip, through the shoulder, through the crown of your head. Great job, everyone. When you're ready, reach it back up, windmill back to parallel arms, and float the arms down to the legs. Bend the back knee, help it forward, the front. We'll turn to face center and pause for a moment. Eyes can be opened or closed. Perhaps scanning the body. Noticing sensation. When you're ready, opening the eyes. Just noticing how you feel. So again, take time to hydrate, to make any little adjustments as we continue our practice. Good. And we're going to come up to stand, so you can set your yoga block aside. If you're using a mat, you might place your chair at the top of your mat and facing our chair seat. And I'm just going to angle myself a little bit here. Whoop. So facing our chair seat. And we're going to start or continue in tall mountain. Our feet can be hip bone width apart. We're going to open the palms, turning our palms forward. Good. Sinking into your feet. And you can face any direction. You can angle more towards me or be side on, whatever helps you see if you need to see. And when you're ready, bring hands to the heart. From here, inhale, reaching up skyward. Exhale, hinge, come into a flat back position, hands on the chair. Take another breath as we step back into plank. And engage the core as you lower the hips in line with the spine. Good. Continue to breathe. Inhale, upward dog or just a breath in plank. Exhale, downward dog, stepping in. Reaching to the chair back, lifting the hips. Finding that down dog, bending the knees just a little. Good, then halfway lift, hands to the thighs for the support, and come on up, tall mountain. Make any adjustments, make sure you're not too far from your chair, so that when we come down for that flat back, you can reach. That's it. Hands to the heart. Other side, inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, folding forward, reach to your chair, flat back. And then stepping back left and right to plank. Aligning your spine, pulling in the core muscles. Inhale, you might add an upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Stepping forward into your down dog so the chair doesn't get too far away from you. Arms by the ears. As you're ready, halfway lift, slide your hands towards you. Then hands to the thighs for support. Hinge or roll up, tall mountain. And sink into both feet. Notice your breath. Good, let's add on hands to the heart. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, diving forward to that flat back position, hands on the chair. Inhale, step back right and left to plank. Aligning your plank. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale to downward dog and step into that down dog. Inhale, halfway lift, secure your spine in your hand position. And then from here, we're going to draw that right knee to your nose. Press the heel away, look forward. Do it again, knee to nose. Press away. And again, last one, pressing away. Bring your foot back down for downward dog. Stretch out through the hands, fingers. Lift your hips. As you're ready, come up halfway, hands to the thighs for support, and then come up all the way, tall mountain. Let's bring our hands back to the heart. Other side, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward, hands on the chair. Inhale, stepping back left and right to plank, and then aligning your plank. Inhale, up dog, or maybe just another breath in plank. Exhale, lift the hips, step forward into downward dog. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left knee to your nose as you round the spine, so look down. Inhale, press the heel away, look forward. Do it again, exhale, round. Inhale, press away. One more. Press away. And return to downward dog. Good, come up halfway, hands to the thighs, tall mountain. Again, just breathe, just notice. Good. From here, let's bring our hands to our hips. And we're going to take a step forward on your left foot, step back on your right, turning the toes out. And we're going to rotate. Notice how your hips are pointing more on a diagonal. Rotate your hips a little more to the chair, as much as feels comfortable. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, come into that flat back position, hands on the chair. So we're pulling that left hip back, the right hip forward, coming into pyramid pose. Good, that's it. So feeling that stretch in that left leg. Pulling that left hip back to deepen the stretch, the right hip forward. You might bend the elbows and get a little lower if that feels good. Keeping your spine long. Your gaze is a little bit forward, the head and neck posture is long too, that's it. And when you're ready, bend both knees, step forward, ground your feet, and find tall mountain. Pausing for a breath. Good. When you're ready, bring the hands back to the hips. Let's do pyramid pose on the other side. So take a step back on your left foot. Right big toes at 12 o'clock are pointing forward. Your left toes are outwards at a comfortable angle. Then we're going to rotate our hips more squarely to the front. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hinge, come into a flat back.
Where would that one have gone, the chunky one?
You can look back by the kitchen, maybe?
No, she's not there.
I'm not sure. She shouldn't be far.
Okay.
Good, nice long spine. Just breathing, just noticing. So pyramid pose, feeling that stretch in that right leg, the back of the upper right leg, your hamstrings. Keep pulling that right hip back, the left forward to deepen the stretch, and or bending your elbows, getting lower. Good. As you're ready, bend both knees, step forward, grounding the feet, hands to the thighs, come up nice and tall. Mountain pose, shining your heart forward. Good, as you're ready, let's shake it out. We're going to adjust our chair once again. So we're going to turn our chair forward and we're going to come in behind our chair to start. And your feet are going to be hip bone width apart. From here, we'll do a couple calf raises to strengthen our calves, rising up on the toes and release. So this can feel really good in bare feet, just articulating through the feet. So working the muscles of our feet. So any opportunity you have to be in bare feet once in a while, just to not get the support from your shoes and target your muscles a little differently than what they would feel in shoes or sneakers.
Well, I walked over the grass on my bare feet the other day and I said, oh, look at her in her bare feet.
Nice, really nice.
I thought that was terrible.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah, barefoot on the earth is really nice too. Really good earthing. You can Google earthing.
Yeah. For kids, we did it.
Yes.
I went in my bare feet when we were kids.
Good. Last few repetitions. Good work, everyone. Let's pause. Come to the right side of your chair. And we're going to come into tree pose. So hand can be on the hip, hand on the chair. Shift your balance to the inside leg. Outside heel can lift, turning the knee out. So option one, bringing the heel just above the ankle. For tree, your tree might look like this. Hands can be on the hips, at the heart, or upwards, or you might slide the belly of the foot up to hug the belly of the calf and the side lower leg. That's option two. And any arm position. So maybe that inside hand hovers near the chair. And pick a focal point to gaze at. Articulating through all points of your feet. Just breathing. Just noticing. Good work. And as you're ready, hand to the chair, hand to the hip. The knee can come forward and foot back to the earth. Good, walk it out. And we'll stay on this side. We're going to bring our hand back to the hip and the chair. And another little exercise for this outer hip. We're going to lift the knee, circle around, bring it back to the floor. Do it again, knee up, circle around, back to the floor.
I like this exercise.
3. Feels good. This is a nice one. 4. We'll do 4 more. Staying in a comfortable range for your body, gazing at the horizon. Good. Last 2. Good. Last 1. And release. Good. Pause for a moment. Just noticing how you feel, noticing the breath. Let's do 1 more on this side. Hand can come back to the hip and on the chair. Shift your balance to the inside leg again. And that outside leg is going to press away and release. Pressing away and release. Again, just a reminder, you can take a break at any time, join back in. Because we're doing these 3 exercises without too much of a break in between. You've got it. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Pause, and let's go to the other side of your chair. So take a moment to pause. Come to the opposite side. We're going to start with our tree pose, hand on the hip, hand on the chair. Shift your balance to the inside leg. You can lift the heel. Option 1, toes on the floor, knee turning out. Option 2, hugging the belly of the calf muscle. Good. Again, just breathing here. Maybe the arms stretch out. Know that the chair's right there if you need it. Picking that focal point to gaze at. Reaching the crown of the head skyward. That's it. Good work, everyone. One side might feel completely different than the next. That's it. When you're ready, find the chair, find the floor. Good. And then from here, we're going to continue. We can shift our balance once again to that inside leg. Outside knee can come up and circle around, back to the floor. And up, circle around, back to the floor. That's it. Looking good. And last one. And pause. Pause there for a moment. Good. And we're going to do 1 more exercise for this outer hip, hand on the hip. Shift your balance once again. This outside leg can press away and come back to the floor. Good. Pressing away and release. Body tall. And last one. Good. Release. Good. Walk it out and come in behind your chair this time. And just standing with your feet hip bone-ish width apart. We'll do 1 last exercise here. We're going to lift that opposite arm and leg and release to the floor and chair. Opposite arm and leg. So pressing strongly out of the hip, keeping your torso tall. Looks good. Opening through the chest and shoulders. Almost there. Last one each way. Good. And return. Let's come back to our chair. We're going to have a seat on our chair, so adjust your chair if you would like. And coming into that comfortable seat, let's hug our right knee in. Give it a little squeeze. Or we can hook in this way as well. And then coming into that figure 4, knee can be, or ankle can be above the knee or below, or even on your yoga block. So it might be on your yoga block at any height, getting a little bit of external hip rotation. Good. Sitting tall, elongating your spine. Good. Releasing that side, foot to the earth. Grounding on that foot, lifting this opposite knee in. Give it a hug. Bring it in close. Breathing into the belly and ribs. Massaging all the internal organs with your breath. And then when you're set, picking up that lower leg, we can cross it over, sitting tall, let the knee fall out where it may. Again, make adjustments for this side, broaden the collarbones, relax your hands, fingers. Good. Just breathe. And then as you're ready, releasing that stretch. And so we might take a moment now to sink back into our chair, to line the floor with the legs up the chair, and taking a moment just for our final relaxation. So whatever might feel good for you. So taking this opportunity to relax, to breathe, to just notice.
And you must walk up to the road.
So noticing how you feel at the end of your practice. Noticing your breath. Feel the support of your chair. Your body calm and relaxed. And just noticing the breath. Following the path of your breath. And letting go of any holding or doing. Letting go of any breathing. Labored breath, I should say, or just noticing breath. Sensation in the body. And slowly begin to awaken, coming into a comfortable seat, creating awareness around you, blinking the eyes open. And we might draw our hands back into our heart, thumbs at the heart, Anjali Mudra, taking a moment of gratitude and kindness for yourself, each other, and this practice. And when you're ready to close your practice, we can bow and say the word Namaste. Namaste.